Black Swan. Cacaw.
What? Hello and welcome to My Friend Made Me Watch. It's back! My Friend Made Me Watch is a series where one of my friends gives me a movie to watch, and no matter how much I kick, cry, and or scream too, I have to watch it. My friend Bess chose Black Swan, the 2010 horror drama where a ballerina is struggling pretty badly after landing the lead role in Swan Lake. So my friend made me watch Black Swan. Let's swan dive in and see what this movie is all about. We start off by watching a ballerina dancing. A dude runs up behind her and turns into what I assume is a black swan. It doesn't seem to bother the girl as she continues to dance. That was all just a dream that our main character Nina had. Nina's played by Natalie Portman. She's not just a dancer in her dreams, she's actually a ballerina in New York City. Nina lives with her mother Erica, and it just so happens that her mom was also a dancer. She takes the subway to the ballet studio and stares at a woman who looks a little bit familiar, but it's probably nothing. Nina and her fellow dancers are warming up when the director Thomas walks in and begins to tell the story of Swan Lake. Sweet innocent girl is trapped in the body of a swan. Only true love can break the spell. There is a prince who will declare his love for her, but he is seduced and tricked by the girl's evil twin, the Black Swan. The white swan jumps off a cliff and ends her life, but finds freedom in death. Tomas says they are going to start a new production of Swan Lake and that they need a new fresh face to be the new Swan Queen. Based on what he's seen, Tomas selects a few dancers to audition for the role, Nina included. Later, as Nina sits in a hallway, she overhears a dancer named Beth breaking things in her dressing room. Beth is the current Swan Queen, and it's safe to say that she has heard the news that she is out the door. During the audition, Nina kills the White Swan performance, but she doesn't really have the Black Swan part nailed down just yet.
If I was only guessing the White Swan, it should be yours. Now show me your Black Swan, Nina.
It doesn't help when the new dancer in town shows up late and distracts her. The newest ballerina is Lily, played by Mila Kunis. She just recently moved from San Francisco and is filling another dancer's spot. On her way back home, a woman who looks really familiar walks past Nina. I swear I've seen her somewhere before. When Nina gets home, she cries to her mother, because although she nailed half of the routine, it wasn't perfect. The next day, Nina tells Tama that she has finished practicing the routine. He says it doesn't matter and that he's already chosen someone for the role. When Nina is prepared to leave his office, he stops her and questions why she didn't try to change his mind. Nina says she can dance both parts, but Tomas says in the past 4 years he's been watching her, she's just been obsessed with getting every step perfect.
4 years, every time you dance, I see you obsessed getting each and every move perfectly right.
In order to become the Black Swan, she needs to lose herself in the music, the moment. She better never let it go. She only has one shot and she should not miss her chance to blow. Oh my god, he's kissing her. Nina bites him and walks out of his office.
I can't believe you bit me.
But that fucking hurt.
Later we see that although Nina thought the role went to another dancer named Veronica, Nina herself has been cast to be the Swan Queen.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
She heads to the bathroom to call her mother and tell her the good news. The good times don't last long though, as the word whore has been written on the bathroom mirror in red lipstick. At home, Nina notices a rash of some sort on her back, but there's no time to be worried about that. Mom brought home some cake. Nina, however, isn't really in the mood for cake.
My stomach's still in knots.
Fine. Then it's garbage.
Whoa, 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 somebody stop her! That's a perfectly good cake! That was a close one. It's the first day of rehearsals and Nina once again is killing it as the White Swan. She still hasn't gotten the whole Black Swan thing down just yet. We do get confirmation though that the kiss from the other day is what landed Nina the part.
So, get ready to give me more of that bite.
Nina starts to watch Lily dance. Look at her go. Tama walks in behind her and pretty much tells Nina to take notes. Later on, there's a fancy get-together to announce the departure of former Swan Queen Beth. Tama calls Beth his little princess a couple times, so I guess they were/are a thing. He also introduces Nina as the new Swan Queen. Nina notices Lily laughing during the announcement. Ooh, drama. Nina goes to the bathroom after noticing some blood on her fingernail. She tries to wash away the blood, but water's not doing the trick. Pesky little hangnail, hate those things. Nina hates them too, and she starts to pull, and oh lord, that's a nasty sight. Oh wait, what? Lily has been knocking on the bathroom door trying to get in. Before Nina can leave, Lily introduces herself and wants to talk for a little bit, but Nina excuses herself and heads back out to the party. Just before she's about to leave with Tama, Beth sneaks up behind her and wonders what she did to land the role of Swan Queen.
Did you suck his cock?
Not all of us have to.
Beth is played by the always wonderful Winona Ryder.
You fucking little whore.
Tomas stops the situation from escalating and tells Beth to go home. Nina ends up going home with Toma, and things get a bit too personal for my taste.
You got a boyfriend? You're not a virgin, are you? You enjoy making love? Sex? Do you enjoy it?
To make matters worse, he gives Nina some homework.
Go home and touch yourself.
When Nina returns home, we get a glimpse of how overbearing her mother can be.
Oh, Nina.
It's just a rash.
Oh, Rash, what are you
It was
talking
worse a
about?
few days ago.
She cuts Nina's nails so she won't scratch herself anymore. While Nina lays in bed, she decides to do her homework. Geez, good thing Mom's a deep sleeper. The next day we learn that Beth is in the hospital, having walked into the street and getting hit by a car. Thomas thinks she did it on purpose. Nina feels a tad guilty and pays Beth a visit, and oh yeah, she's pretty banged up. During the next set of rehearsals, Thomas sings his favorite Disney song to help Nina unleash her inner Black Swan.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Although the cold never bothered him anyway, Thomas is bothered by, I'm sorry Thomas, what's the problem now?
David, can I ask you a question? Honestly, would you fuck that girl?
Oh, okay. Thomas sends the prince and some others home, but tells Nina to stay.
Let it go, let it go.
Come on, Thomas, we already established Frozen isn't working.
Feel my touch. Respond to it.
Alright, now you're just being weird. He forces a kiss on her, and we're basically in assault territory now. Nina, though, kinda seems to be into it, but Thomas breaks away and says he was seducing her, when it needs to be the other way around. I see your point there, bud, but maybe don't do that. Like, ever. After he leaves, we see Nina crying, but we're not the only ones seeing her cry. Natalie Portman? Oh wait, it's just Lily. Even though Nina isn't the biggest fan of hers, Lily low-key seems chill and has so far been pretty nice to her. Lily thinks Nina has a little crush on Thomas, but she doesn't want to hear any of it, so she heads home. Nina takes a bath and tries to get back on the homework assignment, but drops of blood and a random lady jump scare sure is a mood killer. To make matters worse, the thing on her back is looking a little weird. Better cut them nails again. Nina is back at the studio because practice makes perfect, and Thomas reveals that Lily told him about the crying and that he should start taking it easy on her. He calls her a coward, and when she apologizes, he calls her weak. Nina's pissed at Lily and tells her to basically butt out. On the subway ride home, an old man makes kissing noises at Nina and starts scratching his nuts. How delightful. Back at home, things start to get a little heated between mother and daughter. Nina's mother doesn't want her to make the same mistake she made in terms of her career.
I just mean as far as my career was concerned. Career.
Whoa, shots fired, pew pew. Her mom wants to see her skin, and just before things start to escalate, the doorbell rings. Her mom says it's no one, but when Nina checks for herself, it turns out Lily came by to apologize and take Nina out for some drinks. Ignoring her mother, Nina decides to head out with Lily. Woohoo, girls' night! They're chit-chatting at a table, and Lily keeps trying to have Nina come out of her shell. She offers a little something to help with that, but Nina says no. With a bit more pushing and a hint of drugs, Nina finally agrees to have a drink and talk to a guy named Andrew, who's sort of into her.
It's just a couple hours, right? Tops.
Nina's starting to feel a little woozy here and begins to rub up on Lily. The two hit the dance floor, but after a while, Nina realizes that it's time to go. Lily joins her in the back of a cab, and they're both super stoned. Lily gets a little handsy, and Nina doesn't seem to mind, because a few minutes later, after an argument with her mom, Nina brings Lily to her bedroom and they start making out. They take it up a notch, but I don't think YouTube will like me showing any of this. But maybe we can at least admire Lily's cool back tattoo. Huh, that's a little strange. I think Nina's ready for bed now, and I guess Lily thinks so too. Wait, that's not Lily. Nina wakes up and realizes she's overslept and is late for rehearsals. When she gets to the studio, Lily is dancing along to her music. She seduced Nina and is now rehearsing for Nina's part in the show? Sounds like Black Swan behavior to me. When Nina confronts her, Lily says that she went home with a guy named Tom. Dun dun dun. But Lily is amused by the little dream Nina apparently had.
Oh my god, you did. You fantasized about me. Shut up. Was I good?
We're now in full-on performance rehearsal mode, and everything seems to be going alright. But after, when Nina is getting some measurements done, she starts scratching at that rash. But it's not her, it's her reflection. And it doesn't get much better, cause Nina learns that Thomas has chosen Lily to be her alternate. She rushes to find Thomas and tries to warn him that Lily wants her role and that she's after her, but Thomas just shrugs it off. He tells her to go home and get some rest, but Nina decides to practice her ass off instead. It gets to the point where even the pianist leaves, and it's only Nina left in the studio. Oh, and her reflection. And there might be some others still there too. It's Tama and Lily getting it on. Wait, is that Nina? And wait, did Tama just turn into a swan? Nina, are you sure that you're not still on drugs? Because I don't think seeing yourself making out with a swan man is a sober thought. Nina goes back to the hospital to return some of the things she took from Beth's makeup table. Aw, look what you did, Nina. You woke her up. She took Beth's stuff because she wanted to be perfect like her. Beth doesn't know how to take a compliment, though, and starts stabbing herself with the letter opener that Nina brought. Beth bites down on Nina's arm, and as she walks away, she sees herself in Beth's wheelchair as she says nothing over and over again. She's obviously going through it right now. Maybe that spooky bloody lady in the kitchen can help her out. Guess not. Nina hears her mother crying, so maybe she saw the creepy lady as well. Nope, just a wall of screaming paintings. She's tearing the pictures off the wall and oh no, scary lady's back. Never mind, it's just her mother. Nina doesn't know what the hell is going on, so she runs to her room and barricades the door. Her eyes turn red and that rash on her back starts to, grow something. Out of her back, she pulls out what looks to be a black feather. Her mom is finally able to break into her room, but Nina shoves her out while screaming her favorite Jordan Peele movie.
Get out! You're sick! Get out!
I'm more of an us guy, but I'm definitely not gonna tell her that. Nina is trying to process everything and... God, that should not be happening. Nina bangs her head as she falls to the ground. She wakes up and I gotta give her credit. Nina is determined to go on with the show regardless of how out of hand things are getting. Speaking of hand...
She's gone! Oh, Nina!
Her mom tells her that she can't handle the role, but Nina says she's the motherfucking Swan Queen.
I'm the Swan Queen. You're the one who never left the Corps.
Suck it, Mom. Nina shows up for the show and Lily is surprised and maybe even a little upset.
She was supposed to be sick.
Wait. Give us a minute.
Tama tells Nina he's already told Lily that she could take her place, but Nina shuts him up pretty quickly.
Have you announced it?
Tama tells her that she's the only thing holding her back and she needs to lose herself. She takes off her shoes and her feet are looking a bit rough, maybe a 3-star WikiFeet rating at best. The first part of her performance goes pretty good, well, aside from the creepy ballerina clones, but hey, they got some moves. Oh, and now Lily is feeling up the prince. At least the Black Swan dancer seems pretty cool.
Hey.
She goes back out, but it doesn't go as well this time. She's lifted up by the prince, but she loses focus and falls to the ground. Tama is pissed. Nina blames the prince for dropping her, and she runs to her dressing room. Lily is already in there, though, doing her makeup. She doesn't know if Nina can do it.
How about I dance the Black Swan for you?
Lily has now turned into Nina, but Nina's had enough of this doppelganger tomfoolery, so she shoves the other Nina into a mirror and it shatters behind her. Other Nina didn't like that very much and goes for the throat. She says it's her turn over and over again. The real Nina extends her neck, grabs a shard of glass, and stabs the other Nina right in the gut.
It's my turn.
But we see that she didn't stab an evil version of herself. She actually stabbed Lily. Lily dies right there on the floor. But the show must go on, so Nina tidies up her little mess and heads out on stage as the Black Swan. She's like a totally different person out there. Nina has a serious case of the goosebumps, or should I say, swan bumps. She goes out on stage and spins her heart out. Black feathers start to grow and we see her beautifully transform into the Black Swan. The feathers growing out of her weren't real though, just all in her head. Regardless, she just had a perfect performance as the Black Swan. Turns out the real Black Swan was inside of her all along. She just had to let herself go. Maybe Tama knew what he was talking about after all. He's still a creep though. Speaking of Tama, Nina runs off stage and gives him a big ol' smooch. I mean, hey, if he's your type, sure, Nina. She heads back to her dressing room and oh dang, Lily's blood is leaking past the bathroom door. Better wipe that up. Nina's putting on her white swan makeup and someone knocks at her door.
Hey, you were amazing.
Lily seems to be alive and well, so, who the hell's in the bathroom? No blood, no body, just a bloody hole in Nina's stomach. And I don't think that shard of glass is a good sign. It seems as if the evil other Nina was just all in her head and she actually stabbed herself with the broken mirror. Well, the show must go on. Nina, stab wound and all, heads back on stage to finish the show. She heads up to the fake cliff, the bleeding only getting worse. She sees her mom in the audience and with tears in her eyes, she jumps off and lands on the crash pad. Tama runs over to her and calls her his little princess, of course, and tells Nina to go take her bow. But Lily notices the blood. Nina is a mess. He asks Nina what she did and she says she felt it. She says her dying words,
It was perfect.
and we slowly fade to white as the crowd applauds in the background. Just like the Swan Queen, in death, Nina finds freedom. She was a perfectionist and she got so tangled up in this role of hers, she went a bit crazy, but that Black Swan was in her all along. For Nina, I guess it was a happy ending. A perfect ending. My friend made me watch Black Swan, and in all honesty, it was a wonderful movie. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, but I still got what I needed from it. Darren Aronofsky made a beautiful drama thriller with a bit of horror elements added on top. The music, the beautiful ballet choreography, it all gels together wonderfully, and Natalie Portman does a great job of playing a dancer who is obsessed with perfecting her craft while at the same time struggling mentally. Black Swan is a movie where on first watch, it's kind of hard to tell what's real and what's not, and I love that kind of stuff. Lily seeming like a massive threat to Nina's role, all while really just being a nice and supportive person. I mean, yeah, she kind of pressured Nina into going out and taking ecstasy, but I don't think she ever meant to do Nina harm. I sort of had an idea on what the ending of the movie would end up being, but I loved how Nina really became the Swan Queen and found freedom in death. Talk about method acting. It's a beautiful movie with a lot of emotion behind it. I'm sure there's a little bit more to it, like I've seen some speculation on whether or not Nina has an illness or something like that, but I don't know. I hope I did the movie justice. Well, I hope you enjoyed this movie recap, and I'm so happy I'm bringing this series back. Thank you for checking out this video, and subscribe for more movie-related content. Go check out my horror movie tier list series while you're at it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.